I'm here with Jordan Clark after tonight's game against AFC Croydon. Jordan, the game finished 2-2. What a performance from the boys and what a game, especially for the spectators today. Maybe not so much for yourself. But...
Yeah, no, you ain't going to see many games this year at this level better than that. It was one hell of a football match. And credit to Croydon, they're one hell of a side. Glasher's done wonders in a short space of time, brought in some really good players. And it was one of them games, Sam, you could be greedy and say, oh, we had chances. They equally had chances. Yeah. It was one of them, neither team deserved to win it. A draw was a fair result. But in terms of the performance, like I said at the start, the performance was exceptional. You know, brought T back in. You know, there was loads of good players on the park, but he was a cut above, absolute cut above. Wonderful goal, literally top corner. And it was just a high quality game. Yeah. You know, you as a coach or a manager, you can minute detail it and start looking at, you know, margins, real like small margins, and that would in every goal there's going to be them. But ultimately, you just got to tip your hat to both of their goals were high quality. I take responsibility for the first one in terms of the way I set us up to start with. It was one of them where I just looked at it and thought we wanted to sort of suffocate them and then get on the counter attack. When we went toe for toe with them, we were definitely the better side for the first half, the 30 minutes after we changed. So I take the hit on the first one, and the boys got me out of jail on that, and that's what it's about. You know, you got as a manager, you got to be able to make decisions and own them, and the players the same. And tonight, I'll just give massive credit to my players. They owned everything. There was people out on their feet for both sides. They were, you know, tireless work rate. The subs made a real impact for both teams. It was just a real high quality game, and it was a great game to be a part of. Naturally, everyone wants to win, but taking 4 points off them this year is definitely not a bad return.
Yeah. And regarding the way we did start, sitting back a little bit, trying to catch them on the break, why don't you think that did work?
Well, it was one of them. We knew their front three were probably up there with the best front three in the league, and we wanted to suffocate them. We knew transitions would be big, but they're big on transitions with their pace. So we decided to try and counter the counter sort of thing and sort of let them have the ball, not let them counter us, and we'll counter them. And it worked because we had the two really good chances at the start, one from a set piece and then another one where we did counter them, and T had a wonderful strike saved, and it, you know, to be fair, on another day that goes in. But yeah, I just thought after about 10-15, I thought we're probably not dominating as much as what I'd like. There weren't as many transitions as I would have liked us to have had. We weren't turning the ball over where I wanted us to. So we decided just to full press them and have a real go. Yeah. And then for the 30 minutes of the first half, we were definitely the better side. They had the first 15 minutes. They probably had the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes of the second half. We looked a bit leggy. But then we did counter them a few times as well. Finn's had a couple of lovely opportunities. James Allen probably should put it in the corner. Just minute details, technique. But look, I can't be disappointed at all. That is 5 games unbeaten now. Really good performance tonight against an excellent team. And yeah, so like I said, taking 4 points off them, there won't be many teams that will do that.
And then at the end there, Luke made two really good saves at the end to keep us in the game.
Well, yeah, look, we know what Luke's about. He's an excellent goalie, and he's pulled off moments for us this year already, and there was another couple here tonight. Their keeper pulled off a couple as well. That's what Luke's there for. Luke's there for. So as much as I give him credit for it, we're a good side, and that's what I expect from Luke to, you know, when things are going against us, he's there as the sort of rear guard, final line of defence to help us out, and he does his job brilliantly. He came back in. You got to think, you know, going into Saturday now, we should be, you know, fully raring to go. Yeah. But, you know, some of the boys didn't play Saturday, and that means they hadn't played for like 3 weeks. So there is that to take into account. There was a lot of cramps, so people need to recover properly, and we need to make sure we get our work done away from here properly. And, you know, Thursday will be really light, but just loads of prep for Tooting. And that's where our focus turns now, Tooting away. Yeah. We've got a run of away games, so it'll be really good. You know, I'm hoping we just kick on and have another good performance. Tooting's our focus, and we'll look forward to it.
And you just mentioned there were players struggling a bit at the end with cramp and stuff like that. Do you think that you'll have an eye on that for Saturday's selection?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like we don't want to, you know, consistency is key, but equally we just need to make sure that we're putting out the fittest side and the side that can beat them. You know, we'll now watch Tooting. You know, we'll get some videos on them. We'll do all the due diligence we can do at this level with the content that we have. And I'll pick a team and a squad that I feel can win the game, and that is all we can do. And we'll obviously have an assessment of all the players. big shout out to the fans. I forgot to say it on Saturday as well, so I wanted to make sure that it's incredible to see, you know, over the last sort of 6-7 months the club's grown massively. We're trying to do our job on the pitch, we're putting everything into it, and to see a little bit return of that off the pitch with the club, and seeing the fans come down here, and you know, big shout out to the Dories who follow us home and away everywhere. It's incredible to see them. We just want to repay them and their faith. Like Saturday we had probably 25-30 people there just from Redhill. So I wanted to make sure, because when I watched it back I was disappointed that I didn't cover that, because they don't need to give up their Saturday and pay their hard-earned money to come watch us. And I really appreciated seeing the young lads, lasses, and all the mums and dads that came down from the youth section to show their support in their scarf. So yeah, we're building something. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. We've had dips, we've had ups, we've had that. You know, we've had a really good start, but that is all it is. Still, that's only 12 games now. So our focus is on the 13th, and it's the most important.
Well done, Jordan. Great point. Well
Cheers,
done.
mate. Thank you.